Hi guys, it's Dutchess. For those of you who don't know me, I'm Dutchess. This is my channel, Dutchess Divinity, and we do lots of stuff here, but we're doing daily pick-a-cards. So I'm already said a prayer, I already set my intentions. I'm just gonna go ahead and start pulling cards. So Spirit, what guidance do you have for people watching this today? Guidance. One more. Okay. Okay, guys. So I have the 10 of Cups and the Page of Cups. I have the 10 of Swords and the Ace of Cups. I have the 7 of Pentacles and the 2 of Pentacles. I have the 7 of Pentacles. I am up and down. 11, the Deliverer, Master Personality. This came out yesterday. And then I have the 2-headed Serpent. I am Stress and Anger, which is the 5 of Swords, which is fighting. The Hanged Man, number 12, I am Master Redeemer, and the 9 of Swords, Negative Radiation. And then we have 3 Wishes and Lights Out. Okay, so I have a couple different messages. So basically, for some of you, there's something that you did that you're afraid someone will never forgive you for. And for others of you, there's something someone else did that you don't know how to forgive them for. And this is absolutely related to family. It doesn't have to be your intermediate family. It can be, you know, a romantic partner that you thought you were going to start a family with. It can be someone you have a child with. It can be wounds from when you grew up, so your own intermediate family, your parents. It can be extended family. Either way, something about creating a family unit and having a tribe that loves you no matter what and that takes care of you no matter what. There's something off about that. There's something, your family hurt you in some way. And for some of you, it could be a ton of stuff. So it could be like you grew up in not the best household and then the partners that you chose reflected that. And I just see that it's like today this is coming to the surface to be examined, and especially there's something about the delivery here with the 10 of Cups and the Deliverer here, number 11. I am Master Personality. This is, some of you had a traumatic birth, and so if you're a mom, this is definitely specific to people who have been traumatized by birth. Children, so like if you had a sick child, if you had a really fucked up birth, if, you know, you accidentally got pregnant at an age where, you know, or you got accidentally pregnant at all, that can be fucking traumatizing. Feel like you got pregnant with the wrong person, whatever it is, it's like, there's trauma around birth and motherhood here. And it's like right now if you've been feeling very on edge or you've been feeling very angry, that's why. Also, guys, I wanted to say thank you so much for all the support in the comments. I truly appreciate you guys standing up for me and stuff. It's just I'm okay. I just have been getting a lot of heat lately, and I think it's 2 things. I think it's spiritual attack, and I think it's a lesson, and I can use it as I want. I can be upset about it, or I can just ignore it, like a lot of people were saying, and I really just need to ignore it. I need to not entangle or engage with it. But thank you guys. I just wanted to say thank you for all the ways you support me. And You know, it's crazy because you can have all the people in the world, not all the people, but a bunch of people tell you how great you are, but you have to, Cornica, you have to believe it in yourself. She says hi, clearly. It doesn't matter how much people tell you who you are. You have to know who you are yourself. Okay. So there's a lot of trauma, and I see that it's connected to the ancestral line as well here with the Ten of Swords. Because this card in this deck to me is the ancestors. Also here with like the gremlins and the elf. If you just did our green fairy money and magnetism spell or the elemental guided meditation, I see that it's going to be really beneficial for you, and that the gnomes and the elves and the elementals are really working in your favor and trying to pull strings for you, but they need some time to pull strings from you. Pull strings. Oh, maybe you have some cords that you need to cut on you, and they need some time to get everything done for you, basically, to manifest what you're trying to manifest into the physical realm. It's going to take a little time. There could be something you see today that triggers you, or you could literally just be triggered. But something with the Ace of Cups and the Ten of Cups, Spirit wants you to know that there's really beautiful stuff coming forward, but it's like you can't see it, right? And today, seeing isn't believing. Today, believing is seeing, okay? And it's like you have to believe. Think about the last time Spirit made you a promise about things getting better, or you getting what you deserved. You couldn't see it first. So for me, it was like my career, you know, it was like nobody was subscribing yet. I didn't have any clients, and they kept making me this promise, and it wasn't coming true for a really long time. It didn't happen for a long time. And so it felt like a long time anyway, since they had told me to start. And it's like, it just hasn't manifested yet. You have to hold hope. You have to focus on the good. You're so up and down right now, and it's not easy. And even like your emotions are up and down right now because life is crazy, and that's okay. And like, there's like solar flares and like all these reasons for you to be up and down. But it's like, you have to come to an equilibrium and a balance within yourself while you're in this holding period. You have to deal with the trauma that makes you act out in the first place and understand the layers of that trauma, okay? And even like with, like knowing that you have your guides and your spirits and your guardian angels with you, believing is not seeing, right? You're not getting signs all the time. I mean, some of you are, and at points we do, but it's like, you know, my Nani doesn't like come down from the heavens as they part. The clouds don't part, and she doesn't float down, and I don't have like a conversation with her face to face, you know? It's like believing is seeing, and it's really like that right now, because right now with the negative radiation, the Nine of Swords, the Hanged Man, I am Master Redeemer, and the stress and anger, the Five of Wands, it's like you're fighting your ability. You're fighting someone else's ability to take responsibility for themselves by not forgiving, and you're pushing them away essentially. And I do see here that this comes from your own self-loathing and guilt that you acquired being born into this family line. And it's like your guts are all confused. You don't know what's going on. You don't know what's true. You're just trying to like block all of it out and fight it. But when in reality, you need to forgive yourself. You need to forgive this other person. And forgiving is not saying what you did is okay. It's saying I let go. I let go and I let God. And it's like, it's so hard to do. It's so fucking hard sometimes. But examine the parts of you that still hurt and why they still hurt, so that you can let it up and let it go. And not be consumed by it, because you made an agreement, you signed a contract, right? And if you believe in the Akashic Records, and you just have to trust that it's all in alignment as it's supposed to be. And then here with 3 wishes and lights out, if you made your 3 wishes, like I suggested, I feel like it's just saying Spirit's working on it. And also you might be blocked and not be able to see too much from here forward, because you're not supposed to. And right now is about focusing on yourself and taking care of yourself and doing what you need, okay? It's about taking the time for yourself and putting yourself first. And there's Archangel Michael there with the sirens. Perfect. I'm gonna read that card. Lights out. Oh, and let me pull some charms. Charms for this situation, please, Spirit. Charms for those watching. The little, oh wow. All right. So for some of you, the person that you need to forgive or that is trying to forgive you, you both could be needing to forgive. Their name could start with a G, or G could be significant. It could be like your last name, like your lineage. I literally just heard everybody in the club getting tipsy because it's like fries. And when he's like, let me get a shake with those fries. If so, baby, can I get a supersized? I don't know why in the world that song would come up. Maybe it means something to you. Also, a person with the letter G could be watching you here with the little emojis, watching and waiting, trying to set a foundation or create a foundation. But remember, the elephant never forgets, like we got yesterday, and literally yesterday we got, you need to forgive but not forget. And I think, especially if you're like me and you have a lot of mutable energy in your chart, like, the reason I ended up staying in an abusive relationship so long, I think, is because it's like I end up blocking out all the bad stuff, and then it's like I forget how bad I feel until I'm feeling that bad in the moment, right? And when I was first leaving my ex, I would literally journal. I highly suggest this to anyone trying to leave someone that's just not good for you. They don't have to be abusive. Mine was just really abusive, but any toxic situation, even work or school or like whatever, like I want you to journal how horrible you feel in that moment so that you can look back and remember before you text that ex, or before you get scared about money and you go to like lower your standards and go back to that old job or go back to that old friend who doesn't respect you. I want you to literally write down how horrible you feel in the moment, and right before you're about to send that text or whatever, you read it. And then you immerse yourself in those negative emotions. But it's a safe way to do it because it didn't happen again. And I just heard Won't Get Fooled Again by The Who. So it's like, it's a way to immerse yourself back in that moment without having to make the mistake of doing the thing that hurts you again, right? Here with the strawberry, I see there's like 5 little dots on it. And Spirit just wants you to be soft. I just heard lighten up, Buttercup. It's just, everything's so hard and rigid right now, especially here with the 9 of curved blade. I am negative radiation. It's like everything's so hard and negative and rigid, and Spirit wants you to soften up. Also, this is more of that like summer light energy. They're like, better things are along the way. I just heard, we know it's hard and we're sorry for that. And then also with the cone, when you see cones, you have to go slow, right? And I feel like Spirit's just reiterating, like, now is the time to go slow, especially here with the 7 of Pentacles. And don't freak out if you see something today that doesn't make you feel good. Or don't let your brain run away with the worst case scenario that you don't even know. Like, you know, like if you're like, yeah, I'd love to take a flight, but I'd love to travel and do these beautiful things, but, oh, you know, what if I get on that plane and then all of a sudden we're hitting turbulence and then the masks pop down and then before I know it, my plane is plummeting to the ground. And you know what I mean? Like, why would you do that to yourself before you've even booked the flight? You know, that's ridiculous. So Spirit's saying, stop. Don't do that. Stop it. Get some help. That meme guy.
If you're doing it, stop it. Get some help.
Yeah, so that's, yeah, okay. Anything else from this? Oh, building the foundation. Just remember you're building the foundation and it's not done yet. They're just working on it, and it's important, like I said, seeing is not believing. Believing is seeing. Okay. Lights out. You are in the middle of one big rewiring job. You have embraced your spiritual path. You are having psychic experiences. Then whammo, lights out. Your head feels like it's full of cotton and nothing about your current life seems to make sense. You are still in your bathrobe and bunny slippers when you should be something. You can't remember what it is. You are unplugged. The universe and your angels are working on your behalf. They have just temporarily taken your rational mind out of the equation. You may even be in the middle of an energetic rewiring. It is okay. This too shall pass. Just shuffle across the room to your couch and ride this one out. Sure, your kids and pets need food. Can't they get over it? Lights out, baby. That can definitely relate to what I was saying too about the mother stuff. Like, give yourself a break if you're a mom, because you're clearly doing your best, and it's not an easy time to be a mom right now, let alone if you have other challenges connected to motherhood. I mean, we all have our own family challenges, but like if you're a single parent, or, you know, you don't get along with the person you had a child with, or, you know, if like literally anything, there could be anything that creates extra obstacles. And if you have a sick child, whatever, there are so many different obstacles that could be connected to our children, and how, you know, we assign meaning to what kind of a parent we are based on how we're responding to those obstacles. And not taking into consideration everything that we've been through and everything that, you know, we're still just trying to figure out ourselves, you know? Like if you liked it, comment if you got something to say, subscribe if you feel like it. I love you guys so much. I'm just going to say thank you. Thank you to my guides, guardians, ancestors, angels, star family, higher self, Yeshua, Baal, Ra, and God Source for allowing me to be the channel through which these messages flow. We thank you for the truth, and we thank you for the advice. Amora, Ashe Namaste, by the power of three, smoted, be always works, always a blessing. All right, I love you guys. Have a great day, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye. And I will see you another time. Okay, bye. Love you.